Cornucopias is a cutting-edge open-world MMO set in a world where humanity has ascended from the Earth's surface and created a breathtaking new world in the sky. This fantastical realm is a system of floating islands carved from the land we once called home, now encased in radically advanced dome-shaped structures suspended high above the clouds. Each one is a futuristic marvel with its own unique environment, identity, and thriving communities. It is within these domes the epic journey begins. Here, players take control of their own personal avatar, which gives them the freedom to choose their destiny. Be immersed in vast landscapes, explore vibrant settlements, and engage in a myriad of activities such as crafting, commerce, combat, racing, and more. Welcome to a world where the sky is no longer the limit.
Hey everybody, welcome to Copi Cafe, episode 111. 111. Oh, did you just do the Austin Powers Pinky guy thing?
111 episodes.
We're going to be talking about some fun stuff today. The Phase 3 sale item. I believe it's just going to be one item now, and then there will be a Phase 4. That might change a little bit, but we'll talk about the node. We've got a node update for you guys. A play test that we did yesterday. We'll talk a little about that. Centralized exchange listing, not a huge one by any means, but it's good. It's progress. And talk about a little bit of marketing, and then a gameplay segment that we'll be showing you guys that Rob and I did yesterday or the day before. And then of course QA and a leak. So let's go ahead and kick it off. Rob, what are you drinking?
So today I'm drinking 111 bottles of water. Well, not really. But I do have a lot.
111 bottles of water. Nice.
And it was the 11th 2 days ago.
It's good to see you drinking pure water every once in a while.
Pure water. 11th of the 11th the other day.
All right. Sounds good.
What are you drinking, Josh?
I have a pineapple.
A banapple.
A pineapple, Waterloo.
Oh.
Yeah. I also have a backup beverage so that I can get my protein count up for the day, starting a little earlier.
What's that then?
Yeah. Backup beverage. You've seen it before. Fairlife protein
I've
drink.
got a backup as well.
You do?
As you've seen, I've got this and that other.
And then you've got 110 other
more
water bottles.
Yeah, just in case.
Well,
never have enough water.
All right. Well, so hopefully you guys are excited about the Phase 3 of the sale that's coming up, and that is going to be the Juggernaut. It's going to be a large cargo ship, and we've seen some images of it. It's looking quite phenomenal. I'm very excited about it. That is coming soon. We're putting together a deck for it to describe the specs and a little bit of the lore. There will be a cinematic video with it as well. I'm really excited about this one because it's our first big ship, and I think it's going to be it's going to have a lot of utility. So we'll probably have a little section on the utility, what all can be done with this. It seems to be an item that would be really solid for the guilds or for anybody that just really wants to participate in the in-game economy at a greater capacity and efficiency. So yeah, very exciting. Anything you have on that, Rob, or just kind of an announcement there that is coming soon? We'll announce we probably announced the date yesterday. Since this is getting published Friday, we decided we would announce it, the date for the Juggernaut on Thursday. So that'll get decided tomorrow because we're taping on Wednesday. Anyway, how about the node update?
Yeah, okay. So I had a meeting earlier today with Greg. It's going really, really well. So we are reaching out to node operators today that have pre-registered for the early testing. So testing will start with the community today, which is Wednesday of filming. I think we've got 15 to 20 for the initial list. So we should have 15 to 20 pools up and running by the time this episode goes live. So we'll get some testing done, and then pretty quickly we'll be able to roll that out to more people. We've got a channel that we've opened up in Discord. We've got instructions. We're going to be starting off testing on Linux and Windows. And we have some other options that we will be experimenting with, but I won't mention them now in case nothing comes of the experiments. But experiments,
they've been said in different places at different times, but yeah, that's fine. We don't.
Yeah, I mean, imagine we've got a pie. Linux and Windows are two pieces of that pie.
Oh, okay, sounds good. The playtest yesterday, that was fun. I didn't even know it was happening, and I went to just I was on Discord and discovered that you were in there with Copi Boar, and so I popped in. I think I was a little bit late, but it was perfect timing when that occurred because I was able to jump in. That was fun. Yep. So we had, how many people? Do we know the total number of people? That were about 20 or 30.
Somewhere between 25 and 30. Yeah, I think it was 30 odd people.
Yeah, and it was fun. So we did. So for anybody watching, if you haven't been in Cornucopias, haven't been following, the game is live. You can easily get into the game and play it. Just go to our website, cornucopias.io. Click the play button, and it'll show you how to get set up to play. We're still in pre-alpha, so not a full, not a totally robust amount of content within the game, but we are just adding to that constantly. And so it's really fun to participate at early stages with us because there's always something to look forward to. So what we had to look forward to for the last few months was jetpacks, and jetpacks are now in the game. And what we did in that playtest was Copi Boar led us on an adventure to several checkpoints where 20 to 30 people were flying to different spots on Solace. I thought it was really fun.
Yeah, I've actually got a couple of pictures from it.
Yeah, let's show them.
I can share with you. Here's one of them. I actually took it when most of the people had flew off at the end.
Okay.
So that's a nice little fun picture there. And
right by the waterfall.
Yeah.
This was the last challenge where we landed on the cliff between the waterfalls.
Yeah. So what we did is we started with everybody on a specific point, and then Copi Boar shared a picture of where he wanted everyone to land. So we all looked around, saw where it was, and then the challenge was how quickly could you get there, depending on loads of factors. How you managed your fuel in the jetpack.
Yep. What
the waypoint was. Some people went left to right, and you had to climb up. So there was. We were foreshadowing something that we're working on in the future to see if the format works. So it's always good in Web3 to have this early format. We were also doing some performance testing. It was in the European servers, and we did have quite a few people join us from America, actually. So they would have probably seen rubber banding or other kind of lagging issues. We just can't avoid that at this stage, but obviously in the future they will be connected to a more local server, so they won't see them. For myself in Europe, I had no problems with the servers. However, I didn't win any of the competitions.
Bummer. No, I didn't either. I think I got second on one of them or third or something. But yeah, I didn't either. That was fun. It was a lot of fun. But actually, I probably didn't get second or third. I think it was like fifth or sixth. But I felt good about it either way. So what can we talk about next? Let's see. We've got the centralized exchange listing. So you shared both images there that you wanted to share, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm laughing about something. The conversation that you and I had yesterday that's not even related to centralized exchange listing, but we've got a lot of game loops coming. That's one of our main focuses right now, is getting more and more content and game loop type scenarios into the game and game mechanics. So there's some fun stuff coming there. But with the centralized exchange listing, it is LCX and small exchange, but they introduced us, or we got introduced to them by the Cardano Foundation. So that was a result of efforts that I've made with the Cardano Foundation to just, they have a guy on their team that's helping Cardano native tokens to get listed on different exchanges. There were already several Cardano projects that listed on LCX, and now we're going. But we, thankfully the Cardano Foundation is giving some support there. I'm hoping for more from the foundation. And we do have good relationships with some of the guys over there, G-Day, Pierre, et cetera. And they're great. I just want strategically for more from the foundation, where they would put more weight towards really helping the ecosystem. But we'll get there. I'm just voicing some of my desires, and I know they have large challenges and different things they're trying to accomplish. But
I think we're early in this market cycle.
Yeah.
And so this is, Cardano Foundation is now really stepping things up is wrong. The emphasis is definitely shifting more towards projects like ourselves, rather than alongside their long-term vision. I'm struggling for words. But yeah. So this will only increase. And once they see the uptake, which they have done now, they're obviously in communication with other exchanges. So I think a lot more will come out of that. I don't think this is going to be the only exchange that comes this way.
No, it won't. There will be plenty more. We've talked about quite a few, and it depends on when they happen, when they open their doors. But yeah, that's a constant effort on my side and Ben's side to really get us climbing that the exchange ladder, so to speak. And we've learned a lot along the way, and I'm sure there's a lot more to learn, but we're on our way. Next up, we have marketing. I wanted to give some context to where we're at with marketing, because we are making a lot of phenomenal progress. And we're working on some core fundamentals, and some of that is around our core messaging. So we're working with a group that has previously done marketing for, I believe it was Illuvium. And they did a phenomenal job. Illuvium ended up raising a good amount of money on a giant sale. Their marketing for that project was very well done. We're working with that group to help solidify our core messaging and how we communicate who we are and what we're doing and what our values are. And that is really coming together. So from there, that's the foundation that we're in. Why do we not have that yet? Well, guys and everyone watching, our vision has evolved. We're so early. Our vision has evolved quite a bit, but also we're doing something so big that it's really hard to solidify into words. So we've had core foundation messaging before, but what we've known is that we needed to get in there and really solidify it before we get to the masses, because that is very, very important. Product positioning, our core messaging, our values, all of these things are very important. So we are nearing the end of that. I believe next week we get a final on it. And as long as the full team is good to go with that, we're moving towards having some landing pages for, there would be like a Cardano based landing page, an Ethereum based landing page, so that the funnel that we work on and pulling people in with paid ads and a variety of different funnels that we'll have, so that goes to a landing page that makes sense. It's talking to people in their own language. So for example, if we're working on a base funnel, it would go to a base chain landing page that uses that language and lets people know who we are and what we're doing, and then drives them to join our community or participate in the marketplace or download the game, whatever it may be, the goals. So now we're starting to get these funnels, segmented funnels in place so that we're improving our marketing as well, because with that segmentation, we're going to have more data on how we're doing with base, how we're doing with Cardano, how to improve, all of these different things. So it's exciting. Marketing is a process and it builds up over time. So, Rob, why don't you go ahead and ask that one question from the community member now? Let's just go ahead and bring that forward, and we'll do the other questions at the end.
Okay, sure. So the question was from Buddy Jack. He said, I would love to hear an update on what upgrades you're waiting for to begin the big marketing push. I know you don't want to spend a lot of dollars or have too many players come in before you're ready. So what is the game upgrade where you feel you're ready to open the spigot a bit and do some marketing and provide an approximate time frame?
Yeah. Okay. That's a great question. I'm glad he asked that. And I'm happy to share more context on that. So I've answered a little bit of it, but more direct to his question, we're not waiting at all for a big update to the game to start marketing. We are gradually building up our base right now, because what would happen if we went and spent a ton of funds on marketing right now without the data? It would be a very ineffective use of funds. The way to do it is to start small and start building it out with paid ad testing, with split testing, testing segments and target audiences, all of these things. And then you have the data to show, oh, this content is working really well with this video, which is working the best with this target segment. And then you amplify that as you go. So as you have more information, now this is just specifically with paid marketing, right? You've got three marketing types, really. You've got your owned media, which is your website, your blog, and all the things that you own, the social channels, etc. You've got earned media, which is what you earn through working with a PR group. And we've got a good amount of earned media just from a lot of the influencers that we've worked with as well that have branched out to other influencers. And then you've got paid media. So what I'm talking about specifically here is the paid media strategy. You don't just start off going with the highest budget right away to get maximum result. That just depletes your budget and you end up spending too much money on ad sets that don't work, etc. So what you do is you gradually build up. And to his question, the big event where we're going to put a ton of money towards marketing and really go big is when we feel like our game is going to alpha, which has been planned for Q2 of next year. I'm guessing it's probably going to be Q3 though, something like that, where we do the alpha release and where we have enough content that we believe is ready for mainstream gamers, that we can put this in front of mainstream gamers and the word of mouth about it will be good. That's kind of the criteria that I've got in my head. We've all got a little bit different criteria, but that's what we're moving towards. So the way to get there is to gradually build up, getting more data along the way, and then we're really prepared when that time comes to ramp up the spend and do a launch. And so that's what we're working on. So absolutely not. We're not waiting on anything. We're growing our marketing now. We're doing it gradually and systematically. And that's the perfect strategy in my mind, because you don't go gangbusters right now when the game doesn't quite have enough content either. Mm-hmm. I'm very, very proud of what we have. However, I think it's fun. We're doing some really fun stuff in there, but I want more content to be there, more substance, so that when people are coming in, they're going, wow, that game was freaking incredible. The community's great. And, they stick around. So that's the answer to his question and the long segment on marketing there. But anything you wanted to add, Rob?
Yeah, not from a marketing point as such, but from a gameplay, it's a very, very similar approach. When we get to alpha, that's when we've got a lot of the game loops in place, and then when we get to beta mm-hmm. is really just more and more content. Alpha is those initial game loops in place. But what you'll see with the gameplay that we're slowly releasing is very early on, we're testing this gameplay with the community. We're getting feedback on there. We're also testing, the infrastructure at the same time. But really, we're looking at the hollow caches, for example, because there's lots of underneath structures that will come from that. So that's not just a go and collect hollow caches. That's how can we do a game loop that's interesting? How can we build leaderboards? What works? What positions? When you see these 3 giant maps, they just look like big empty maps at the moment, but we're building the infrastructure underneath them. You'll see the Nexus terminal that's come in. That's come from the inventory. That inventory is also driving the character creator. Those are all have to sync together. We're testing with those with the community. You'll see menus come into place. You'll now see a real-time menu. You'll see graphics optimizations in there. That there's been so many updates to the kind of small tweaks to the look and feel. What you'll also see in these giant worlds that we're kind of showing you every week is it's not just a world full of land plots. There's specific points in that have been set aside for tasks and all kinds of different gameplay within there. We're kind of teasing those out, and we're experimenting with the test with Copi Bore. That's kind of how do the jetpacks work getting from land to land? Where in the future might we add some additional gameplay? Where could we put some monsters? Where could we put some rifts? Maybe the community's then wanting to have maybe different bridges. So there is tons of stuff that we're working on that we're not telling you that we're working on. We're teasing it out. If we told you up front
I think the main point you're making there is that all of these things we're working on are tools for marketing in the future. Since the topic was marketing, he's
gameplay.
Letting you guys know that gradually we're building up the ability for more and more and more gameplay. We're improving the efficiency of delivery, which is also making each build a lot bigger and harder to release because there's more debugging. But either way, all of these things empower marketing. I think Matt's done a phenomenal job working with this agency that I mentioned on the foundational messaging. He's also been building out a video production team where we're going to, and the goal there is to be producing cinematic videos a lot more regularly. You've seen an example of it with a few videos. You saw the Halloween video, some of these different videos that are coming out. We're going to continue that because we believe that is one of our biggest assets is the look and feel of our world. It's very unique IP. So it's shareable, it's spreadable. Help us to get those out there when we start releasing them. But those are some of the big goals for marketing. And I think that brings us up to our...
They obviously introduced the lore as well. We've not mentioned the lore. Those are teased out through those trailers.
Yeah, some of the lore is teased out, and we also want to accelerate that. I need to read... it's funny you mention it because I thought about talking to Matt about that this morning, but I've been in back-to-back meetings, and we're going to definitely chat about that. I know he's passionate to get more lore out, and so that needs to start moving forward as well. But yeah, I think that brings us to our gameplay segment. So let's just go ahead and get you guys into the game for some fun with Rob and I. All right. Hey, everybody. We're here, Rob and I, and we're in Solace 1. We're going to get some assets real quick and then head over to a couple special places for some gameplay. Rob, you ready?
Yeah, I've got a little bit of a purple look on today.
You do.
Fully coordinated here.
All right. Let's head on over.
So this is the new Nexus terminal. When you buy an asset from the marketplace, this is where you can get it from.
Yep.
So you can play with it in game. So this transfers it from your wallet to the game.
Yep.
So I shall add a few items.
While you're adding, I'm going to set up my jet. Should I set up my jetpack?
Yeah, you get your jetpack out of there as well.
All right.
And then you go into, so once you have them, they're now in your inventory, and then we equip them.
Yep. All right.
So there we go.
Now where
So,
are we at?
we've both gone for the same.
I guess so.
Which one have you got? So you got the Stratus.
Yeah, we got the same.
I'm going to go for the Junker. I'll go for the Junker jetpack.
All right.
Whoa, you're taking off already. Okay, so today's mission, we've got 2 amazing points of interest to go and look at. One just round the corner. We're here in Sunnyside. So we are going to go to a spot here, which you don't know about. And then we're going to go somewhere else. So if you head towards... I don't think I put it on my map. Yeah. Okay, let's go. There's a really cool technique where I call it the bouncing technique, where you let
recharge a tiny bit to keep going.
Yeah, you can travel a bit more distance.
Yeah. You can extend your descent.
Yes, and it will be very useful in the future. Most effective when you start really high up.
Oh yeah, like if you're coming down off a mountain, you can extend your descent significantly.
Right, we're going over here. So these two places of interest, Catherine pointed them out for me. She said you have to go and see these places.
Okay. Oh, I saw that thread where you guys were talking about that. I haven't been, so this will be fun.
So here we are. So if you come over here, I know you haven't seen these before. I scouted around this morning in Discord, a few community members. So we're here on the map.
Whoa. That is quite the canyon drop.
Yeah, it is. Did you want? Should we jump down? Have a look.
Yeah, sure.
It goes on all the way over there. On this side of it, we have a waterfall.
I just crossed to the other side. Did you go all the way down into the canyon?
I went to the far right.
Okay.
I'm hiding in the bushes. Here you come. I see you in the distance.
Yeah, using the bouncing technique we discussed. Nice waterfall. This is cool.
Yeah.
A little pool right here and then a waterfall. Reminds me of something I did in Hawaii a long time ago.
Ooh.
Went cliff diving with my brothers at a random waterfall we found in Maui.
Cliff jumping?
Yeah.
How high?
We did a 75-foot cliff and my freaking crazy brother, one of them, decided that he would dive, and I've never even at that point dove off of a high dive. But once one did that, we all had to do it because it's like, you know, the whole family was watching, so.
From like this height?
Yeah, 75 feet. It was insane. We went down underwater so far. By the time you hit the water, you're going so fast.
Yeah.
You go really, really deep, and it takes a while to get back up, and you're like running out of breath. It took so long to get back up.
You could break something if you're not careful on the way in.
Yeah, you have to make sure that it's deep enough or whatever, but other people were diving, so it felt uncomfortable. Probably wouldn't take that kind of risk these days. I didn't have enough charge to get all the way back up to the top like I did. Did I not start in the right place?
Yeah, I mean, I've got the junker, so I mean, yeah, you should definitely have had enough. Maybe you weren't fully charged. Let's go to the other side, because I only want to stay here for a short while.
Okay.
And because we've got a bit of a trek to get to the other place. But yeah, this spots like this with
look at these roots overlaying the ground. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. These are going to be places in the future where certain quests or certain activities will happen.
Yeah, special areas of interest.
Yeah. Also a nice little... I mean, if you get stuck in here, who knows what creatures will be here. You could round them up or they could round you up.
Sound like a rancher.
Look at this. Just need a speeder bike down there, like in Star Wars.
Oh, nice. Looks like
What do
there'll
you
be
got?
some little Ewok huts in the trees too.
Yeah. And there we go. I just thought that was a good, cool starting spot.
Completely agree. It was amazing.
So that was in Sunnyside. So now we're gonna hop over to the far side of this map, to Vista Plains. So we've got a couple of options to go to Vista Plains. I'm gonna go to here on the map. What we can do is we can either travel by foot, or we can go back to where we started, and we can go on the monorail.
Well, in the interest of this video, we should probably just cut and get to the spot and then record from there, right?
Yeah, we'll definitely do that.
All right.
Right, okay. So that took its time. So follow me. Fly through these trees, and I want to show you something. What I think is magical.
Okay.
Are you ready? For your mind to be blown?
Yes.
I'm building up a bit, aren't I?
I love it. It's great.
There you go. Go take a look.
Waterfall. It's like an asteroid hit right here or something. Just
Yeah.
created a hole, and then there's a spring in the cliff. That's awesome.
It is indeed. You go ahead. I will follow you. I know what's down there.
Okay.
Whoa, right to the heavens.
Pop over to the island here.
Are you in the middle?
Yeah, I'm in the middle island, looking up at the waterfall now.
So we're at the top of the waterfall. This is pretty cool. This is definitely going to be a destination. Come down here.
Alright. Right here with you.
Check this out.
Okay. Oh, going into the cave?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Look at this. Got pretty dark. I've got my little light, but I need a bigger light. There could be anything sleeping in here. Yeah. My favourite spot is up here where I'm stood. Because you can look back and then turn your light off. Actually take your jetpack off as well. And you can just get the most amazing silhouette images.
Yeah.
Take our name tags off. So if you come and stand closer to me, I'll try and get us both in the picture, and I'll take a photograph here. So imagine what we can do in here. This has got to be another place where we can have this far side of the cave here. There's got to be some kind of adventure to be had here.
Well, maybe
A
there's
well-guarded
special-
cave.
A special holocache chest that has different items inside of it. And you have to,
Yep.
to be able to get to this spot, you have to fight the quantum monster that's in the cave.
Yep. Group of mobs or something. You might have to come in here and raid it with a few friends.
Yeah.
But this definitely feels like that kind of an area. You don't know what's going on in here. You don't know what's around the corner. A rift may open up. I don't know. I'm just speculating. It feels like once you're in here, you've got to fight your way out. But then also, what's spectacular here? And when you climb up to about where I am, the tree roots. It's just an amazing place just to explore.
Yeah, I'm looking at tree roots right now on top of the cliff.
Yeah, it's not a bug. This is by design.
Yeah, really well done. And then we have significant variety now happening on the trees as well with the limbs.
You've got the moss, trees coming out. We've got the different coloured rocks, which David was explaining that the way they've designed the system, they can place the places in different parts of Solace, and they will take on different color textures from the bottom all the way to the top. I'm just running around exploring everywhere because I've only spent a little time in here, and I just see new things all the time. Oh, this is an epic. Let me take another picture here of us both stood on here. Where did you go? Did you fly off?
Yeah, I did. Right before you said that, I'll come back to you.
Oh, there you are, yeah. Yeah, come back. That'll be good.
That is really cool looking because there's a wall of moss. I'll go ahead and give you this shot. Heading back. Actually, we can go to this wall of moss and then come back together.
Yeah, and you can see this little walkway here on the right. So if you don't have a jetpack, you can still get to this area by foot. And drop on your head. Boom.
Alright. That is pretty sweet.
The wall of moss.
Yeah, so we could even do something here. Who knows?
Yeah, definitely a point of interest.
Alright, should we go to the top of that?
Ah, that's wicked, you just flying up there.
Geology here, it's eroded, the earth has eroded around the roots. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, if you press the number 1 on your keyboard, it'll actually zoom in the camera. I don't know if everybody knows this, but you've got 4 different camera views you can choose from. Number 1 is major zoomed in.
What do you like to keep it on? 2?
2's the default, yeah. If I'm taking a widescreen, I put it on number 4. You kind of get as far out as you can go. Obviously, you see more if you're in big landscape. So I'm in 4 now. I'll take a photo there.
Such an amazing little spot. So is this something Catherine did?
Catherine pointed it out. So she might have done the artwork here. She might have checked over the artwork. I don't know. I know Joe was in here doing some stuff. I think maybe who else would have been in here? Maybe 2 or 3 people would have been in here, but I've never seen anything like this. There's so many little nooks and crannies. I mean, Solace is amazing in itself, but when you actually find locations like this, and we'll find some more. I've got a nice little list for the future. So I'm just going to fly around. So I think we should call it there and head back to the studio.
Wow, that was awesome. Okay, so we've got a couple more questions and answers for you guys, and then a leak. So, Rob, are you ready?
I am always ready.
Okay. Yes, of course.
What am I ready for?
Captain Optimistic.
Okay, questions. Okay.
I was running around in Solace for first time today. The landscapes look absolutely stunning, but it's overwhelming trying to locate where plots are solely by spamming the plot scanner. Agreed. I was going to suggest that an overlay be added for us to toggle so we can see where land plots are on the map. I was notified that we use this to be able to see them, but they were removed from the map. Will that be implemented? If not, why?
Yeah, we introduced the maps. The original maps did have land plots on them. Those land plots, 99% of them were pretty accurate. But obviously from feedback, we had to go in and we moved some because they might have been overlapping or they were interfering with walls. So we removed them. We did the latest kind of high def overhead views of those maps, and those have found themselves into the game. And we're working on some of the underlying APIs to be able to share those exact land plots in the future. But to actually put those land plots on that image and share them, like you said, we are working on an overlay to have it fixed on the actual map is actually quite tricky, because we have to put them that if you take such a massive image, 8 kilometers by 8 kilometers, so it's different images and then stitched together, just like kind of when the earth revolves, it drifts a little bit. So do these images. So as the plots get further and further outside, they start drifting from where the pointer is on the map, because the pointers in real time are where the players are. So we have to manipulate that. Anyway, it's a long story, but it's quite tricky to actually get all that plumbed together and quite time consuming. But we are working on overlays which get rid of that problem. Overlays can then be switched on and off. And as we add more resources, like login and fishing and all those areas, those will be overlays as well. Because in the future, you'll be unlocking areas. So it will be a kind of a discovery. We are thinking of we're hoping to get these overlays in. I don't know if it'll be in the build for this year or not. However, what an amazing community that we have, that yes, they are building their own maps. So those can be used as a guide, and that's a great example of how the community can help support us while we are in these early stages of our game development. So, we are really grateful that, and we encourage you to use those maps. You don't have to be part of a guild to use them. They are free and open source.
All righty. So next question from Lord of the Corn. Will the node delegation service be hosted by a third party, or will the team have an option available for those whom want to delegate to a node pool? Also, how many file nodes can run on a single machine as of the current build?
Yes. So, no, there's no third party involved. We're writing all our node software ourselves, and we have a back end and a front end that's coming soon, that people can log in with their nodes and either host them themselves or delegate them or turn their pool into a public pool. Currently at the moment, for every node that you've got, when you have 8, that unlocks the ability for you to have a public pool, and then you can have 4 nodes for each of yours. Yeah. So currently the nodes, the current pools will host 50. I think that's correct.
Okay. Sounds good.
If you have 10 of your own, that is.
All righty. Well, that brings us to the end of our questions, and I'm excited to see this leak that you've seen and I have not yet seen.
Oh, yes, indeed. Yeah, so this is the first time you've seen it. I've seen it all of 10 minutes earlier than you. And here it is.
Oh, okay. So it's the Juggernaut, I assume?
Yeah, we have 2 images. This is the first one. This kind of gives you a bit of scale.
That's looking pretty sick. Okay. It's huge.
One of the feet. Now the next image is the Juggernaut itself. You have to be prepared for this. Looking off that scale, this is the size of it. You ready?
Yeah. That's looking amazing. Okay. Wow.
Bear in mind that character was stood on that front leg.
Yeah. Yeah. So the size of this is enormous. She's taking up about the bottom. Her head goes about to the second middle line on that foot of the on the landing gear. I guess that's what that is. But yeah, that looks amazing. That's really coming along quite nicely.
He's still under development. So it might get a few more touches on it. This is an early preview, but yeah, you're seeing 90% of what the Juggernaut will look
and
like.
this is in the phase 3 sale. So if you're still watching, this is what you'll be buying. And you'll have your own NFT that represents this item or your player-owned asset NFT, and it's going to have a lot of utility and some good lore behind it. And I'm very excited. It's the first of its kind that we have offered. So
miles bigger than the World Breaker as well.
And by the way, it is such a big endeavor for the team that this is not going to be available in the December build, for example. It'll probably be in the next build after that, we're hoping. But I can't. There's a slight gap in the actual utility of it.
However, I think when it is released, the dependencies for releasing it is first of all we have to finish the model, and the second dependency is that the world travel system, which is being upgraded at the moment, will allow vehicles to travel. Now, a good side effect of that is not only will you be able to travel in the Juggernaut, you'll be able to travel in your current NFTs. So your bubble jets, Javelins, F9R, the lot.
Yep.
So that will be
that's not just a good side effect. That's a great side effect. Yeah. So no longer do you have to rely on the public transportation. It's coming where we will fly around from dome to dome within Cornucopias on our own player-owned assets. So,
and you'll come into a brand new hangar bay, which may be open for viewing in the next build.
Yeah.
Only for viewing. We're still painting it.
Yep.
But it should be there. Maybe.
Very exciting stuff. All right. Well, hey, if you hung on there with us until now, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and do all that fun stuff and help us share this and get the word out about who we are and what we're doing, because we're all proud of it. And we work really hard to bring you guys entertainment and also entertainment for ourselves. We're having a blast doing it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Copi Cafe.
Bye-bye.
Don't care what you say. Don't care what you say. I'm in